What if Isagi joined the Ubers? We all know that Isagi joined Bastard Munchen in the NEL, and it was a no-brainer. A huge part of his success and rapid progress is based on his rivalry with Kaiser and the people around him. Now, what if Isagi had decided to join Ubers instead of Bastard Munchen? How will that impact his progress and the storyline? I'm pretty sure you guys are curious, but you don't have to worry. We've got you covered. Before we dive into the storyline, let's just discuss the basic difference between the Ubers and Bastard Munchen. In Blue Lock, Ubers and Bastard Munchen represent two contrasting philosophies in the Neo-Egoist League. Bastard Munchen, based in Germany and led by the world's top striker Noah, emphasizes individual brilliance within a high-speed, press-heavy system. In contrast, Ubers, the Italian-based team coached by Mark Snuffy, initially relies on strict discipline, structured defense, and team cohesion, resembling traditional Italian football. However, with Barrow's rise as a central figure, the Ubers evolve into a deadly counter-attacking team, blending tactical organization with Barrow's egoistic flair. Ubers focus on unity and strategy until individual strength demands a system built around it. Now, how will Isagi actually fit into this system? With the announcement of the Neo-Egoist League, the players were extremely excited. Each Blue Lock player now had the chance to join one of 5 top international teams, each coached by a world-class striker. Most players thought Isagi would join Bastard Munchen, the German team led by Noah, the world's best striker. It made sense. Isagi was all about using his mind and vision on the field, and Bastard Munchen focused on individual talent and fast attacking football. But when the players stood up to announce their choices, Isagi surprised everyone as he announces that he will be joining the Ubers. This shocked everyone as no one was expecting Isagi to join the Italian team, known for their strong defense and strict tactics. It didn't seem like a team that fit Isagi's style. Barrow, who had also picked Ubers, looked furious. He stood up and stared at Isagi. "You serious?" he growled. "This is my team. Don't think you can come here and steal the spotlight." Isagi looked at him without backing down. "I'm not here to steal anything. I want to grow, and Ubers has something I need. I want to learn how to play smarter, more complete football. And facing you every day? That's exactly the kind of challenge I need." This pisses off Barrow, and he leaves without saying anything. From inside, he is excited to face Isagi as well, since he is someone he wants to crush so badly. Even during the U20 match, Barrow's entire motivation was to devour Isagi. Can these two even coexist? When Isagi arrived at Uber's training ground in Italy, the atmosphere felt completely different from anything he'd experienced before. The environment was sharp, structured, and disciplined. Every player knew their role. The defenders, led by Aiku and Nico, moved like a wall. The midfielders were precise, and at the front, Barrow was already shining like a true ace, but Isagi wasn't. During the early training sessions, he struggled to fit into Uber's strict system. His usual strengths, reading the field, moving freely, and creating plays, were hard to use in a setup where every movement was planned. In the practice matches, Barrow stood out. He finished every counter-attack with power and precision. His presence made it clear he was the perfect striker for Uber's defense-first counter-attack strategy. With this motivation to destroy Isagi, he is even more pumped up, and in this timeline, he makes his way to the first team. In the original timeline, we know that Barrow probably didn't play their first match against PXG because he didn't get a bid during the auction. He finished every counter-attack with power and precision. His presence made it clear he was the perfect striker for Uber's defense-first counter-attack strategy. Soon, the coaches made it official. The entire team would now revolve around Barrow as the central striker. With a solid defense already in place, all they needed was someone like him to score, and Barrow was delivering exactly that. Isagi sat on the bench, watching it all unfold. He wasn't chosen for the starting 11. This makes Isagi wonder if he even fits in this system and what his role is here. As the team completely revolves around Barrow, why would anyone pass to him? Feeling stuck, Isagi approached Snuffy after training. He needed answers. "I don't think I fit in here," Isagi said. Snuffy watched the field quietly before replying. "This team runs like a machine, but even machines need someone to guide them when things go wrong." This confuses Isagi, as Snuffy further explains that you're not here to follow the system, you're here to understand it. And when it breaks, you need to be the one who sees the solution. It hit Isagi like a spark. He didn't have to be the main striker. He didn't have to copy anyone. What he needed to do was study the system and be the one who adapts when no one else can. Isagi knows that there will eventually come a time when the team will need his vision, and he has to wait for that opportunity. With this, it is finally time for the first match against PXG. This is a huge moment for Isagi since he will be facing off against Rin, who announced him as his rival. But the beginning is not that sweet. Just as Rin and the others arrived at the spot, he gets disappointed to see that Isagi didn't even make it to the first 11. The game kicks off, and PXG immediately shows their dominance. Their play is flashy, creative, and unpredictable, led by Rin, who seems to be everywhere on the pitch. Ubers, as always, stick to their structured strategy, strong defense, and quick counters through Baro. But PXG's speed and chaos are overwhelming. By halftime, the score stands at 1-0 in PXG's favor. In the second half, Baro strikes back with a powerful goal from a fast counter, leveling the score at 1-1. But Shiro's wild and unpredictable movements tear through Uber's defense, and he smashes in a goal to make it 2-1. With 20 minutes left and PXG pressing harder, Uber's coach finally makes a decision. Isagi, you're in. He steps onto the field, replacing a midfielder and taking position just behind Baro. From the first second, he starts scanning the field. His eyes meet Rin's, who gives him a cold, unimpressed glance. But everything changes with the very next play. PXG builds a dangerous attack. Rin receives the ball at the edge of the box and lines up for a shot. But Isagi has seen this move before, back in Blue Lock. He reads the feint perfectly and cuts off the passing lane, forcing Rin into a tight angle. Aiku intercepts the shot. The danger is gone. Rin clicks his tongue, annoyed. Why does he always get in my way? Soon after, Ubers regain possession. Isagi moves like a sensor, reading space, scanning every player's position. He notices a gap in PXG's defense before it even opens. Without hesitation, he threads a perfect pass between the defenders. Baro charges forward, takes a touch, and blasts it into the net, making the score 2-2. With the score tied, the intensity spikes. PXG feels the shift, especially Rin, who now zeroes in on Isagi. So you've gotten better, he mutters, eyes fixed. Then I'll crush you properly. Isagi realizes that if he wants to make a name for himself and make more impact, he has to score a goal himself. He pushes forward more aggressively, looking for his moment. Then the chance appears. He breaks into open space and calls for the ball. Just as he's about to shoot, Baro cuts in from nowhere and takes the ball. Caught off guard by his own teammate, Isagi loses control. The ball slips away. PXG wastes no time as Rin picks up the loose ball and launches a swift counter. He slices through Uber's backline with ease and scores to make it 3-2. Rin seals the win for PXG. This devastates Isagi, who had worked extremely hard, but he is satisfied in a sense, as he managed to provide an assist and make a name for himself. He makes it to the final 11 for the next match. Their next match is against FC Barca. The match begins, and for the first time, Isagi is in the starting 11. The atmosphere is intense, and facing Bachra makes things even more personal. From the kickoff, things feel off. Baro keeps getting in Isagi's way, trying to prove he's the only king on the field. Every time Isagi tries to make a move, Baro cuts him off. Because of their poor coordination, the midfield falls apart. Bachra takes full advantage of the chaos. He dances through the broken formation and scores the first goal with ease. Ubers fall behind 1-0. Isagi takes a breath and quickly understands what's going wrong. If I keep clashing with Baro, we're going to lose. He changes his approach. Instead of trying to outshine Baro right away, he decides to support him, for now. From that moment, Isagi starts dominating the midfield. His vision allows him to predict Barca's movements and find gaps no one else sees. He feeds Baro perfect passes, setting him up again and again. Baro scores one goal, then another. Ubers lead 2-1, but Isagi isn't done yet. In the final moments, he sees an opening, not just in the defense, but in Baro's mindset. As Baro rushes forward expecting another pass, Isagi fakes it. He turns, cuts inside, and uses the space Baro created. He looks at Baro and says, I'm the king now. With one sharp move, he breaks through and fires the ball into the net. With this goal, he makes the score 3-1 as Ubers absolutely obliterate FC Barca. Isagi proves he's not just the brain behind the team. He's a threat in every way. This goal and 2 important assists makes him one of the highest rated players in the NEL. Let me know in the comments if you want another part for this series.